at it. I think I got better leverage than at the park bench. I've wanted to use the swamp for something for quite some time, so this makes the deal. The sharpness has not abated. I'm definitely glad I got gloves though, because this is, I mean, even something like this, I'm putting my finger there, I mean, and without a U-shaped, kind of a U-shaped tool, I'm not going to be able to create the kind of enclavey parts that I'm looking for, but I'm just going to kind of beat it down into a reasonable piece, and then I'll just buy fancier equipment as I need it. Dun, dun, dun. Oh my. See, that was a bad cut. Digging too deep and getting a little freehand. Maybe even like just a lot of sanding might be the way to go. And so I'm trying to make a mushroom out of it. Did a wood chopping video earlier. That was intense. Everybody's doing a lot of cleaning, so I want to stay out of the way. But the skunk cabbage looks pretty good. Yeah, it just popped up maybe 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, if that. I don't know how garbage gets in here. Sometimes we got, like, kids like create forts and things. But so even that, like, I feel like my knee's in danger. I gotta move around. Went and had a hot fudge sundae this afternoon. I should have put on some coffee. That would have been a nice, good idea. So it's holding, it's staying sharp. I mean, what can you do? Oh, I'm doing fine. This is about as good as it gets, I suppose. Maybe not. I mean, my butt's wet. I did the chopping video. I just want to get out of the garage for a little while. And it's not, and it's sunny. I mean, golly. But it's been chaotic. I think it was, I went to the car place to buy a windshield wiper, and he said it was sleeting this morning. So we're not out of the woods. I think May, I've usually had pretty good experiences with May though. September is a pretty good month in Sitka. Surprisingly enough, really nice sunsets. And then tourism slows down. But yeah, so the bears will eat the skunk cabbage. Gets their digestive systems going pretty good. And I'm just always impressed. I mean, like, look at this leaf. This thing grew. This is 3 weeks. This is the fastest growing plant I've ever seen. It's just, and this is just the beginning. I mean, this whole thing will be, it's a beautiful plant. You know, a lot of times people try to remove it, but it really is gorgeous. I and then it dies off, and then the whole thing the next year. So I made a video of me waving that stuff around. That was one of my first videos, actually. That was kind of... Oh, yeah, well, I don't know. So I'm trying to make a mushroom figurine. I've been doing it for, this is my second day at this bit. I don't really do this often, or at all. I have these little tools, and these are just a little bit more small. I need a U shape so that I can create the cap and kind of get in there. Or if I just get some like really gritty sandpaper, I could go at it like that. I mean, they make tools. They carve totem poles here in town. Maybe I'll go bug one of those guys and see if they'll give me a tip. But we've got tourists are here now, so the cruise ships are back, and we'll see how it goes. I think it'll be a good summer. Softball season starts soon. We're cleaning inside. I'll have to stain the porch again. Might move the fire pit. Maybe get some rock. Lay more rock down. It's always a shame, like the trees fall down so much that you got to cut them before they get your house, but little settings like this. I mean, this is kind of an eyesore. It's kind of a mosquito breeding ground, but at the same time, like, it's kind of nice to come out here, although here comes the clouds, so I'll get cold. Yeah, I mean, the smaller one, I think it's just smaller, I guess. But yeah, they gave me this I got this goop that I guess I'm supposed to put on leather and then rub this thing on it to sharpen. But see, I don't want to get too lazy here. I did a chopping video earlier, and I thought, gosh, I'm talking to the camera while splitting wood. And is this safe? I'll try to get the boat in soon. Summers just don't last that long. I mean, May, well, the king salmon will be going here. Really, that's probably where everybody is. I'm just sitting in a swamp. Everybody else is out getting it. So yeah, again, I mean, this will be the base with the top up here. This is yellow cedar, and oh, an impasta. It smells good. Yeah, but instead of the large fire pit, I might opt for one of those smokeless fires. The radius will be substantially smaller, but the idea of just being able to, and then if I have, because now I got all these, after my little splitting episode, I've got some nice pieces of yellow cedar to burn. The alder trees will have to come down. Those are a little bit more like weeds. We get high winds in the winter. So I'm gonna grow oyster mushrooms out of buckets. If anything, I'll have a very smooth circle. Yeah, so these are kind of hilarious. Yeah, but I think the bears, they'll eat the roots. They'll dig up the roots, and then it just works them out after hibernation, I guess. I've never heard, I do not believe it is advisable for human consumption. I don't think you can make anything out of it either. I don't know if they make any. It's not like Devil's Club where they make everything. Devil's Club is it's like, well, that's what I'll do. I'll do that in the summer. I'll do one around Devil's Club. I'll just sit in the vicinity of it. Might go to the waterfall. Yeah, I guess I'm just lazy with the boat right now, but I was mentioning it yesterday. It doesn't go in reverse at all, and it doesn't go in neutral either. So as soon as we fire it up, we're like, we're moving forward, and if I want to stop, I gotta kill it. So we made it work. It was the end of the year, but it's kind of like, okay, ready to go? Because as soon as we start, we're moving. Oh, see there, I almost went towards myself. That would have been straight to the jugular. And so I wonder if there's a tool to take away much larger pieces. Although I'm enjoying the whittling process, I have something I want to make out of this. Or if I can kind of see, that's the other thing. If I want to dig in, excuse me, I feel like I'm going to be coming at myself a little bit. So it's like, all right, well, how do I? Yeah, I think it's just a totally different tool, something U-shaped. And the smaller one, I wonder if we even get any. This one's just a little bit. Let's give it a shot. That looks a little bit more wood split a little bit there. So this should be pretty, so this tree was cut down a year ago. The rounds were left outside, and then I just split them. This one I split yesterday, so it should be pretty wet still, or at least the thought would be, is it malleable? So I kind of encapsulated the garage over the winter because I needed the temperature to stay the same, but now I don't get the sun coming through the window because I got this big insulating door. I do want to get that thing out of there though. I think the kids just kind of hucked it in, or they were like riding it around like a boat. The swamp is surprisingly, it'll take you. I've stepped in it. Like if I stepped right there, I'd be up to my knee, at least. And the only reason I think I'd stop myself is because it's like quicksand. Yeah, the root systems on the skunk cabbage is just, they love it. So the golf course is up there, and then all the water or a lot of the water from it, comes down. There's a stream, and then this stuff, you know, they just keep building it up. Every house that builds up around here just builds it a little higher than the next, and then all this water will go that way and then run down to the Halibut Point Wreck area into the ocean. So, I mean, we could just keep throwing rock in here. We could just fill it up with shot rock. Really, I'm kind of, I mean, all that is not mine. So the property there is like this long, elongated stretch. But kind of want to just take the top off here a little bit so it's not. Kind of jacking it up a little bit, but it was just soggy. That was the part that was exposed. It smells. This wood has a lot of oils in it, anti-fungal properties. I'd like to cure it when all is said and done. And maybe I should change the objective to make it not so intricate, and make it more I still want to make it a little, I want to make it a little mushroom, but I don't want to. But that's, when you think about it, that's like the hardest, it's a difficult figurine. All right, so I'm gonna switch. I don't want this one anymore. This guy seems to be a little bit more bulky. There we go. Now we're moving. I should really keep all this, all the carvings for kindling. That's a really good idea, actually, to have. I should take all the little bits and aim it. Make a little bag of it, put it on the boat just in case I get stuck somewhere. Although a lot of times people will burn all sorts of stuff. Oh dear. Oh dear. All right, I don't know what I did there. I dug too deep. I dug too deep. I was originally gonna put the tote. I was gonna put a green tote in there and just sit in it. Would have been a bit much. And the tote's pretty nasty. It was in there. I fished it out. Yeah, that top part. It's like. Kind of had a brownness to it because it was, but. But gotta go back to work tomorrow, and I don't know if I have any appointments on Monday, but play that one by ear, I guess. I might go in the morning, take the afternoon off if I can't, if I don't have anything to do. It's better than where I was at before, just kind of slammed. Yeah, there's something about like a smooth piece of wood. I almost think about like, what if I made just balls, just wooden balls. I suppose I should keep it wet, carve it to what I want it to be, and then I gotta cure it somehow so it doesn't split as it dries. Some sort of lacquer, some sort of goo. Never grown morels. I don't know anyone who can grow morels indoors. I've seen companies, so I would argue chanterelles. Morels seem to be particular. A lot of times people find them in like burnt areas. I was talking to a gal yesterday, and she said there weren't any here in town. I remember, but there's all sorts of sub-climates. Morels, now would be the time to start looking for morels, if they're here. Chanterelles are definitely more common. Yeah, I've never seen or heard of anyone growing morels indoors. It's like king boletes. I've never heard of anyone growing like a king bolete indoors. I don't know if the yeah, I guess it's hard to replicate nature in that regard. What am I doing? What am I up to? I got lion's mane successfully indoors. I've grown oyster mushrooms successfully indoors. I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna get buckets out. I'm gonna do the bucket tech. Rishis. I'm gonna grow reishi out of bags. And I'll use alder for the oyster buckets. And let's see, what other ones do I want to do? I want to do the plastic eating one, kind of as a gimmick, and actually see what do they mean when it eats plastic. It's like if I grow it in a plastic container filled with plastic, kind of intermingled with like a natural substrate, then it's going to somehow just consume it. Where does the plastic go? I ain't buying it. So we'll see. I'll try that one. Another gimmick would be the glow-in-the-dark mushroom. For no other reason other than to make my garage glow. And yeah, I guess that's kind of where I'm at. Lion's Mane is the most exciting one for me. I think that one's, I've really enjoyed that. Something like yellow oysters. Be interesting. Pink oysters, I guess, are a little bit more tropical. But I got a pretty good climate in there. That infrared heater is doing the job. Insulated the garage door. Still got some clutter. I want to put an epoxy down on the concrete and connecting the humidifier to the humidifier, whatever gauge. Speaking of which, I should go in there and turn it on. Yeah, oddly enough, that's kind of my wool. And then I installed, so the spout, I kept gluing it and it kept snapping off. So now I'm like, I have to go in there, I turn it on, plug it in, and then I have to hold the thing on so that it goes through the tubing. I took it out of the tent because it's just water's getting everywhere. And then just hyperbacteria environment within that. So yeah, it's just like a continual process. This will be tricky in the summer because I'll be wanting to do a bunch of things, but I won't want to just hang out in the garage. I guess that's why I've started whittling. I went down to the park, and then after about 40 minutes, a family came down and they wanted to have like a barbecue, so I left, but I don't know if there's like a 7-year-old. He gave me this glare, like I think they had it reserved. So but I was gonna go. I was like, oh yeah, don't mind me. Yeah, it's like going to the gym. You just stop going to the gym in the summer. When the sunnier it gets out, then it's like, well, I feel like I need to be doing things all the time. And that's only going to get worse come June. Softball season's already starting, and they're not, I mean, I guess the guys are already doing practices, but there's a Mother's Day tournament, 1 pitch, and that's always fun. I like to swing at everything. The idea of not swinging at a pitch frustrates me. If I go up there without the intention to swing, it just, I delay, I get behind it, it doesn't work out. So with the tools that I have, this will take me some time to get where I want to be, and I can't, but I'll get it pretty good staged. I think there must be some sort of U-tool that you can kind of carve in with it, some sort of scooper. Yeah, there's kind of a gimmicky, I was looking at a website to buy kind of like petri dishes of mycelium, and they were selling one that was supposed to eat plastic. So yeah. And the thing about the mushroom people around here is they do not disclose their spots. Ever. Ever. I guess it makes sense. But that breeds a culture of secrecy, you know, and everyone's, so it's a lonely pursuit. But I need to go. That's just, maybe it's more incentive to go for hikes. Shoot. Dropped it in this crap. Yeah, the weather turned a little bit. I don't know what the rest of the week looks like. I like rain. So, again, the sun makes me feel like I should be doing things all the time. It's quite a bird. There was an owl. That was a while ago, but we do get owls. We get bats. Seasonals are here. Not as young as I used to be. Back in the day, I'd go to the bar, go dancing. Now I sit in the woods. Or in my garage. But I can listen to music in there. I've got all my little stuff set up. Softball. Softball is probably the most social thing I do. And that's a lot. I don't play co-ed anymore. That's too much. Just men's. I've been doing pretty well at third base. Yeah. Yeah, so even there's just no way to access this part of it with the knife I got, or to indent it. But after so I was splitting, I've been splitting the yellow cedar, and I found an old axe head that could be refurbed. So if I found, and I've seen them online where they make the axe, they'll make the handle, they'll de-rust it or whatever, and then they'll create a shaft. I buy yeah, they make all sorts of stuff out of yellow cedar around here, but smells good to burn, doesn't rot. It's pretty expensive if you want to like build a house with it. Oh, but things are looking up. I think 2025. Soon we'll have robots. And disease will be cured. And then all will be left to do is pursue hobbies. So I might kill it. I think I'm gonna kill it. Let's see. How do I stop you?